guys, it's Kate and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you should definitely subscribe because I'm trying to post videos every single week. So in this video, I'm going to talk all about my new car. I decided to get a new car a little while ago. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I literally got my license in June. Since I got it, I've been driving a Highlander and I've been having to lift my wheelchair in and out of the trunk of my car, and it finally got to a point where I wasn't really able to do that anymore. I wasn't comfortable doing it. And I never wanted to go places by myself because I didn't want to have to do that. So my dad and I started looking into cars that would have a ramp or lift or something that could just help me get my chair in and make me feel safer and more comfortable. So we looked around a little and I really didn't want a van. I would have been fine with it, but I didn't want one. I don't know why, I just didn't. So my dad and I found out about the Ford Explorer MXV by Ability, and so those are basically, they take the Ford Explorers and convert them into cars with ramps and transfer seats and all that kind of stuff. They don't make them anymore, and so they're hard kind of to come by, but we were lucky enough to find this one. So I'm going to show you guys how it works today. So a lot of people don't know how a accessible car works. So the ramp is usually in the passenger back door and it comes out that side. So in this one, you just press the unlock button on your keys 3 times. And it opens up and then the ramp will come out.
You want me to kind of zoom up there a little bit and come back to you?
Okay, so I'm gonna go over here first before I go in it. Basically with this car, they take out the middle seats, and so it's just the front seats, and then the very back seat, the middle is cleared out enough for you to get your wheelchair, scooter, or whatever you have in there. So to get in it, I kind of get pretty far back if I'm pushing myself, but today I have my smart drive on my chair, so I'm just going to use that to get up. Okay, so with the chair, I usually just kind of park it and leave it right here. I usually leave it facing the front because that's just easier for me to transfer in. Alright, so there's a button right here to close the ramp that I usually press when it's really cold outside and I just don't want the cold air coming in on me. But there's also a button up here next to the driver's seat that I press the rest of the time. So we're just going to leave this open for the sake of the video right now. Okay, so transfer seat. This seat moves back, right, left, whatever you need to do. And this seat also, I forgot to mention, will also come out if I needed it to for some reason. So if one day I need to get my scooter and my chair in the car for some reason, which I wouldn't really need to, but if I did, this seat can come out. So like I said, this seat moves back and left and right and all that stuff. I'm just going to bring it back. And then bring it to the right a little bit. But I leave the little remote thing hooked around the seat belt for right now, just so it's not in the way. And then I can transfer into the driver's seat. So, and then I just kind of pull my legs over. This cup holder can come out to make it easier for me to pull my legs through, but it doesn't really bother me that much right now. So then I just return it to the left. Oh, these work the same way the remote does, by the way. And then use the remote to go forward however much I want. And then this seat still works like normal with like power movement. So it'll go back like this and go back and forward and do all that stuff that a seat normally does. So I always pull my seat up when I'm not in it, when I'm not driving, just because it helps when I do the transfer seat. It doesn't rub this plastic as much. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start the car. And then I can close the ramp with this button. So as far as hand controls go, this car is pretty much the same as my other one. So this does the gas and the brake. So you go in for brake and pull back for gas. Whoa. Alright, and then this is the blinkers. This is left and then right. The horn is this way. So that kind of threw me off a little bit because that is different from my other car, but I'm getting used to it. And so the knob is the same thing. When I make a turn, I use a knob because I only have one hand. So in these hand controls, you'll remember last time there was like, if you watch the video, there was a block over my gas and my brake down there. So in this car, there's not that. These are electronic hand controls. So this button right here, you can press 3 times and then the blue light will go off, and that just activates the gas and the brake down here and turns off the hand controls. So then my dad or whoever could drive. And then I can turn them back on the same way. And then I can drive. And it shuts off the gas. The brake down here still works, but I don't usually hit it. But it does turn the gas off. And so now I'm ready to get out. Usually I would just use the button back there. But since you guys are right here, I'm going to use the button right here. So it just opens back up. Okay. And then I move my seat, I tilt it up, and then I move backwards. And then right. And then I usually use the seat to kind of hold on to and brace myself. And then I just transfer in my chair. And then I move the driver's seat back a little bit, just so it's not in the way when I try to get my chair back in later. I leave the remote in the cup holder. And then this part I'm still getting used to. It's still kind of scary, but just let myself come down the ramp. And then to close that back up, you do the same thing. You press the unlock button 3 times. and it closed everything back up. So I also wanted to mention that with that, sorry, the wind is in my face. So I can get my scooter in and out of that too. It works fine. So with this car, a lot of wheelchair users don't use it or don't get this car because it's a little bit smaller inside than what a van would be. But for me, this works, and I'm still able to move around enough to where I can get in and out and in my transfer seat, and the room doesn't really bother me. But a lot of people do need vans. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed and you learned something. Please make sure to follow all my social medias, and like I said, subscribe to this channel. Let me know down below if you guys have any video suggestions, because I always want to make videos that you guys want to see. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Missing someone.